So I've left Mel in the buffet, and as the sun's out, I think I'll do another tour of the ship. The first day was a bit rushed, and we didn't know where anything was, so what I'll do, I'll come up to deck 19, the highest point you can get to for the public, and the jogging track, park 19, and work our way down. Let's go and take a look in detail. So firstly, I think that's going to be like a splash pad or something there, which isn't on because there's towels over there and a shower. So there's the jogging track. I don't think it's particularly long. It doesn't go around the whole of the ship. We're right by the ship's funnel. It's quite noisy. And this is like the Park 19, the kids' play area. Yeah, the jogging track is quite small. I would say only about 200 meters, I think. So that's deck 19. Let's go down the steps to deck 18. So this is the back of the ship. This is the area reserved for suite guests, but you can rent out a day bed there or a cabana. It's quite expensive. They haven't put the thing up yet, the code. I did get in there on the first day, so if you want to see that, have a look at the embarkation day video. And that's at the back of the ship. They're called the Sanctuary, I think. So I'm on the port side going forward. So I think there's people doing yoga in there. And over here, those 3 telescopes, have a look out. Not much to see today. So on deck 18, around the middle of the ship, is the gym in there. It's quite busy at the moment, so I won't go in. It's got smoked glass windows, so you can't see in. So deck 18, looking down to deck 17, the Lido deck. And let's continue to the front of the ship, where we don't get too cold or windswept. So on deck 18, around the Lido, I can see 4 hot tubs at each corner. Smaller ones. And looking down to deck 17, I can see 2 big hot tubs and 2 swimming pools. And as we move towards the front of deck 18, around the Lido deck, you can see another bar, the sun bar there. So we're going to walk past that, and you can see the dome coming up. So there's plenty of sunbeds in this area. Obviously, the temperature's not brilliant at the moment, and it's quite windy, so most of them are empty. So now we're entering the dome. I don't know if it's going to be open. Yep. At the moment, 7 till 4 o'clock. So I'm on deck 18 in the dome, and it goes down to deck 17 towards the front of the ship. So I'm taking a walk down towards the front of the ship, which is the sea view bar on deck 17. So this is the sea view bar at the front of the ship. You can actually swim into the dome there, and there's a couple of hot tubs either side of it as well. So I think I'll walk down now to deck 17, the main Lido part of the ship. Can I get down here? Actually, I stand corrected. I've already come down to deck 17 when I was in the dome. You went to the dome at the top, deck 18, walk down the stairs, out to the front, Deck 17, Sea View Bar, and you can walk through to the Lido. So I'm looking out to the Lido now. I won't go too far because people are sunbathing, and also they've got copyright music playing quite loud, so I'll stay here. The Lido bar, you saw it from deck 18, but here they've also got some food options. Lido tacos, the pizza's over there on the left side. Hi. And on the right side you got the grill, burgers and stuff, salad bar and a drinks bar. They're not quite open yet, it's still quite early, 10:30. So, Lido grill, that's your burgers. And I think with the Lido grill, you order there and get a buzzer, and they buzz you, and they pick up here. And then salad bar and the drinks bar down there. And on the other side of the Lido, we got the mixed cocktail bar. Quite a lot of bars on board. And on the port side, across from the cocktail bar, on the Lido deck, you've got coffee and cones, ice cream and coffee. There's definitely plenty of places to get food and drink on this ship. So let's go in now. We have to go in. So from the Lido deck, I'm walking through the staterooms to the back of the ship. And there was meant to be another restaurant here called Love, but I don't think it's open yet. I mean, open, not open today, open in general. They're not ready. Let's go and see if I can see into it or anything like that. Well, that was a dead end, so I'll try to go into the lift area and see if I can get in that way. I had no joy there. So from deck 17, deck 16, that's just the signature area, private lounge and staterooms. So I can't get in there. And the same for deck 15. Deck 14, staterooms. No deck 13 for some reason. Even though if you're on deck 14, you are actually on deck 13. Deck 12, our room. So we keep going down, and the next public area is deck 9. So I'm now on deck 9, and there. Promenade bar, promenade dining, Alfredo's pizza, and you're at the top level of the Piazza area here. And they have shows in the Piazza, and you can hear one of the chefs talking about his food in the background.
Hey, Giovanni, what are we doing now? We have some, what do we need? Hold it up here.
So on the opposite side of the International Cafe, on the port side, is Alfredo's Pizza. It's a bit flickery. If you look, the front part of deck 9 now, they're all staterooms. So let's walk through the eatery towards the back of the ship. We've got some specialist dining there. So the eatery. We'll do a walk through here out to the back. Breakfast has just finished, so they're transitioning to lunch at the moment. So I've come through to the back, to the butcher's block and the catch by Rudy.
Yes,
I'm walking the whole ship. It's a big ship, it's tiring.
Big, yes, 1 week is not enough.
That's the butcher's block by Dario. And this is the catch by Rudy. And he was the bloke actually doing the talk in the Piazza area. So from the eatery, you can come out, and there's tables here for when the weather's a bit warmer on deck 9. Also, there's another bar and another pizza place. It hasn't been that busy here because the weather's been quite chilly and windy. Obviously in the summer, become more popular. So I'm now walking towards the back of the ship. I'm on the starboard side at the moment, so I'm in the shade. It's soon I'll be out in the sun again. So I'm looking down onto the back of the ship and down towards deck 8. We've got the infinity pool there and 2 small hot tubs either side. So I'll walk down to deck 8 and go inside and explore deck 8. There's another bar at the back of deck 8, and on the sides you've got these lifts going up. This area is actually called the View Terrace. I'm going to take that glass lift up to deck 17, but if you look, deck 8, that's where most of the restaurants and bars are. When I'm waiting for the lift, I'm looking into the restaurant of deck 8, and that's the American theme restaurant.
It's so much warmer inside when you look out, you're like, oh, it's a beautiful day, then you go out and it's freezing. It's like, oh, forget it. The pools are heated, but...
Deck 17.
So I took a needless ride back up to deck 17, just to ride in the lift. Hi.
That way, sir.
8. Oh, great, thank you. What I said earlier about the restaurant on deck 8 at the back of the ship is American theme. It's American theme in the food. The actual restaurant isn't. So I'm now outside the restaurant on deck 8, looking towards the back and the View Terrace where I was earlier, where I caught the lift. I'm getting tired. It's a big ship. So on deck 8 we come into the first level of shops, and we've got some of the watches and jewellery on this level, I think. Yeah, the watch shop. And just opposite that is Sabatini's on deck 8. Again, we were going to come here, but the menu, the food, it's $40 something, and it's just too much food. So more shops. Jewelry. On the right hand side of deck 8 you can see tables laid, and that's part of Kai Sushi.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, never done before.
And that Rudy's still doing his display down there, that's what you can hear. His cooking display. And then we enter Princess Casino, which I won't go into, it's open for the to see. This is the Princess Casino. I can't go in, as I mentioned, because it's open. It is smoking, so you can smell, it's got that Las Vegas smell about it, that dirty smell. And it's a big casino.
Okay, here's the pasta.
Have a look at the YouTube short I made when I did a walkthrough. The port side on deck 8 by the Piazza area is Crooners, the lounge bar.
Everyone is a great talent in presentation. The other person is a great talent on...
And from deck 8, if you leave the Piazza area, past the lifts, turn right, you get the teppanyaki restaurant. So I'm now going to walk down from the teppanyaki down the stairs to deck 7, the bottom of the Piazza.
Listen, we do love you.
So on the port side of deck 7, you can find a signature dining room, and that's for suite guests. We're going to walk this way. The copyright music started, so we've got another little drinks area. This is Bellini's, I think. So we're going to head forward past O'Malley's Bar, the Irish pub. On the starboard side, you've got another coffee shop, Coffee Currents. So that's O'Malley's Bar, the Irish pub, on deck 7, where they've had like music. They do food as well. And it's like $14.99 up charge for 3 courses, or you can have a la carte. So opposite O'Malley's Bar, you've got the Princess Live Lounge, where most of the entertainment's been going on because the main theatre hasn't been open. Everyone's been in here, so it's been quite busy.
Where else?
Another ice cream stand. Across from the Princess Live Lounge is the Crown Grill. We haven't been there because there's not much of the menu for me. It's quite meaty. So we continue walking forward past the lifts, and tucked away here near the toilets is Good Spirits at Sea, which isn't the easiest to find. A very small cocktail bar. Maybe I would have noticed it if the theatre had been open, because this is one of the entrances to the main Princess Arena. There's more shops on deck 7 on the starboard side as well. Let's walk down here, because I forgot about this part of the ship.
Fitting room, no. But if you purchase anything, you can try it in your stateroom, and if you don't like it...
So this little bar is the Wheelhouse Bar, and just across from it is the Reserve Collection. And this is for mini suite guests. So this is where we've had dinner 4 nights. 3 of them have been excellent, but last night wasn't so good. They were a bit rushed, and the service was a bit ropey. The food was nice, food was good, but 3 out of the 4 times we've been here, it's been excellent. And then at the back of the ship, on deck 7, is the Horizons restaurant again. And this one is where you can walk up or make a reservation online. The one below, I think, the version Horizons on deck 6, is the timed sit-in one, like early sit-in, late sit-in. So a little update to the Princess Arena, which is closed at the moment. As I was walking back through deck 7, somebody we met earlier had been for a small tour of the arena, and they were shown the different setups, and the stage is going to be a round theatre, but they can do 4 configurations. And he sent me a photograph, and I'll put that in now. He also mentioned for the next cruise, the theatre will be open, but not with the main show, not with the main big like Cirque type show. It's just going to be used as a theatre for the smaller bands. Let's have a look what else we've got. We're down to deck 7. Deck 6. Got the Kids Club, Horizons Dining, Lotus Spa. Let's go down to deck 6. So deck 6, towards the front of the ship, is guest services. One thing, you can't walk through deck 6. So if you go down to guest services towards the back of the ship, you can't walk through. You have to go up to deck 7, towards the front, and back down. So I'm going to go back up to deck 7, towards the back and down, and see what's at the back of the ship on deck 6. So I'm now going down to deck 6 again.
Okay, go this way.
Then go this way. 6329.
And this is the Horizons restaurant I mentioned before. The bottom one. Midship, it has to be midship, is the Lotus Spa, and also on deck 5 as well. And then the final deck is the medical centre, and luckily I won't be going there. So this is a Lotus Spa midship deck 6, and it goes down to deck 5 as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, so basically deck 6, we have an enclave, which
Yeah.
is sauna.
Yeah.
And then deck 5, we
Yeah.
have a very beautiful and quiet treatment room
Okay,
for the
treatment
massage
rooms on deck
and the
5.
facial.
Okay. So
And
where's the main reception if you were booking?
deck
Deck
6.
deck 6 is the main reception.
You are in main station.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. So that's my tour from deck 19 all the way down. Well, I didn't actually go to the bottom, the medical centre. I showed you on the map. So I'm going back to the room, do some work, and before I meet Mel for lunch at 1 o'clock.